Improve is the second to last stage and one of the most important, because 98% of the success in all of this is going to be on the implementation. You've come up with this brilliant strategy. Now all you need to do is actually implement it. And it's really important. Implementation is extremely... This is where I talked about earlier in terms of getting your ego out of the way. It's not... All you've got to do is be organised. If you've got a good strategy, you've just got to do it. I can't really examine that enough. You know, because the ego does one of two things. It gets really chuffed that it did something well, or it gets really down on itself. If I said to you, there is a sniper coming to kill you, and they are absolutely brilliant, and they're really neat, and you can't get away from them. You would run around like a chicken with their head cut off for about half an hour or something, I don't know. And then you just go, excuse the French, fuck it. They can kill me if they want to. You would give up. Now on the other, we've all seen the self-aggrandising ego. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but they're the two extremes. When you look at the strategy from this system, all you've got to do is get the strategy right, and then just get out of your own way and implement it. You set up a strategy for increasing your self-esteem if that's a problem. Do it, but just get it done. I mean, it's so important. One of the things that I like to do, and I'm jumping a little bit ahead here, but is set up contracts like with the marketplace. And e-newsletter was one of the best things I ever did to set up. Is I just committed to it every month. Now people are expecting it. When I think if I don't do it, and I'll get the spelling mistake wrong, I just got to do it. So you set up a strategy and do it. And you set up some contracts with the marketplace where they're expecting you to do things. It's a great, and speaking's one of those brilliant things to do. Is that, you know, it forces you to think through your methodology and what you're trying to talk about. So it's a contract with the marketplace. Okay, in the improve stage, you've got all of this information. We've chosen our value discipline. Now you get to describe your value proposition. This is the point at which you describe to the customer, this is the value I create for you, in their words. Most businesses will sound something like, we help you get more love, more money, more productivity, more sales. There's nothing new under the sun. They all do the same thing. But you had to go through these steps to be able to get there. So you feel confident. So how do you do that? Well, let me tell you. Okay, so you need to have that value proposition. It's really important. But you don't get to create it until this point. If you're creating a value proposition and you think you've gone through these steps and it's not getting the kind of reaction that you think you want, I'd encourage you to go back up the levels and start working out where is the problem in the process. Ultimately, if you've got something that is really unique and a unique niche in a marketplace that's growing, PR will be your ultimate source. So learn how to speak. There shouldn't be a problem for this group. Learn how to get in front of journos and learn the PR game. Articles get published, but by far and away the best way to do it. And female friendly are on Current Affair. 6:30. I don't know if that's a brand you necessarily want to be associated with, but the delivery formula. Make your business a machine. Literally. Start early to get people involved, learning what you do and learning your business. Although you may not be able to afford it, you can drip feed people loading in business cards into your databases. You can drip feed people checking your articles. So they're starting to learn how you work, they're starting to learn your business, you're starting to set up payment terms. It makes it easier for you to start, when things get busier, to start ramping it up and outsourcing this work to these people. So start developing those relationships early. Some people are very good with virtual assistants and things like that. I find that too complicated, so I pay a bit more to have someone local do it. What's worked well for me is I've got very involved with the AICC, Australia Israel Chamber of Commerce. They handle my events. I pay a bit more to do that than I could probably do it myself, but it's really been worthwhile in terms of the amount of work I've been able to get them to do for me. I'd encourage you to, it's just an example of how you can start to get people involved early. I really encourage you to do it. You need to think of your business as a machine. You need to free your minds up to do the thinking, the strategy work. And then you just get up every day and you implement, and you don't think about it. You write the article, you do the newsletter, you do the speech.